Hey everybody, this is David, and today I am going to be talking about Arrow Season 3, Episode 2, Sara. And why is it titled Sara? Because the episode revolves around her death and how her death affects all the characters that we know, including Oliver, Felicity, Laurel, Diggle, all of them. All of them are heavily affected by this loss of a great character, as we all are. I'm sure people that are fans of this show are missing Sara. I'm sure a good majority of us are. I know I am, because I really like the character of Sara. I would have been okay if she was the true Black Canary of the series, but it looks like the show is going to be taking Laurel into that direction. I don't know when, but it seems like they're slowly building her up. We still have a full season to go, and I think that's going to be Laurel's character development this season. Which, since I'm on Laurel, I'm gonna say something. I didn't really like the way. It's not the actress, it's the way the writers were taking her in this direction where, I mean, I get it. She was angry. She was, she wanted to kill the guy that killed her sister. I get that. The thing that pissed me off, though, was at the very end when she had the chance to tell Detective Lance about Sara's death, and she didn't. And that kind of pissed me off, because I felt he deserved to know. He was her father, and I hate it when characters keep secrets from other characters, especially when it's something important like that should be said to a character that was very important in her life. It's her own father, and that's really the biggest issue I had with this episode. I'm actually surprised Roy didn't get a beating after he confessed to Oliver after all this time. I really thought, Oliver would have bitch slapped Roy to no end. Speaking of Oliver, I really liked where the writers were playing around with him and Felicity a lot, how it was all about the grieving process, and I really liked that talk that Felicity had with Oliver, how he's, so, it looks like he could be heartless and cold, but he's actually doing it. He's acting tough. It's all an act. He's acting tough because he has to be the one to lead this team, and he wants to put on a tough face, I guess, a tough act to make everyone feel like it's going to be okay, even though he knows it's not. And it will be interesting to find out who Sara's killer is, because they still didn't find out. We still didn't find out. I know there were a couple of people online that had theories that it might be Thea. Maybe that is still a possibility, but we saw her at the end training at Malcolm's place in Cortal Maltese. It's... man, I don't know who killed her, but it's going to be interesting, the reveal, for sure. I really thought it was going to be that guy at the end. It still could be. Maybe the guy was lying for all we know, but yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and find out. Brendan Routh, it was great seeing him again, and I forgot to talk about him last week, and I thought he did a really great job last week, and I didn't know how they'd handle him. I thought he'd be like the same attitude, where he's this like weird kind of guy, kind of funny too, but he showed a little bit of a more heartfelt approach this week when he noticed Felicity was sad, and that was kind of nice. It showed that, okay, this guy's not just gonna be here and be wacky. There's a serious side to him when there needs to be, and I thought that was a really nice scene between him and Felicity, and him trying to, have a heart-to-heart conversation with her. I thought that was really nice. Also, the big surprise of the episode was seeing Tommy again. I don't think I was expecting that. maybe in the back of my head I was, because when I saw him I wasn't like, oh, Tommy, but I was actually, oh, cool, Tommy. As if, like, maybe in the back of my head I had maybe I read somewhere that Tommy was coming back, so it was in the back of my head somewhere. But yeah, it was cool seeing him again, and I liked that, I was wondering how they were going to handle it, and they handled it really good. And I gotta say, I liked Stephen Amell's Christian Bale Batman impression. I actually thought he did a better job at doing the raspy voice than Christian Bale did, personally. That's my personal opinion. I think I won't get a lot of arguments there, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna say it was a solid episode, guys. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10, just like last week's episode. Perfect episode. Um, yeah, other than the Laurel thing where she didn't really tell her father, uh, yeah, I thought the episode was great, and I can't wait for next week. Next week, we're going to find out more about Thea, hopefully get a little bit of information about her, what she's been up to, besides just training all this time. I'm sure there was a lot more information that they can tell us next week. And yeah, so come on, Oliver, what are you waiting for, man? Let's go save Thea. Let's go save her right now. I don't care. So, okay, next week. It's a date.